Maybe there it is.
There it goes. Like, maybe we will. I don't know.
Question mark.
My internet sucks. We all know this. I don't know why I even.
I couldn't get on my internet. I came home and my internet was just like giving me the circle of death. I was like, not now. No, not allowed to do this.
Do that to me on a live. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It happened the night we had Aaron's podcast. I was like messaging him. I'm like, I'm sorry, my computer's being a brat. Like, it happens every time I had something scheduled. I'm like, why?
I know. It's like, it's perfectly normal every other day, but they're like, oh, you want to do something? No,
Yeah,
sorry.
it knows.
And you need to be somewhere? Bye-bye.
It's like my body
right,
on my
everybody.
days off.
It's
wake up
Alicia's
extra.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Happy birthday.
We can't
I'm
sing
an
you
old
for
lady
copyright
now.
reasons, I guess. Learn this just now.
I can't sing anyway,
you guys
so.
spoiled me and made me cry. Like, legitimately made me cry.
Oh.
You guys spoiled me.
Only happy tears.
Yeah, it was all good stuff. My mom was the one who commented. She's like, I hope she knows I'm your mom and I'm not some creeper.
Oh my God. She's like, I was there. I was like,
I was like, hopefully in a good
My
way.
mom secretly opens my mail because she says it's like Christmas because I always get stuff. She opens my mail.
secretly opens your mail? Mom,
Wow.
that's illegal.
Your dad has cameras in your house. Like you're just under observation, Alicia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in this house.
Hello.
Hi.
Alrighty, so we're talking about The Duke I Tempted by Scarlett Peckham. Peckham? That's how, yep. Peckham.
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Liz.
Oh,
Sorry,
hi,
I got
Liz.
ahead of the game.
Hi, Liz.
It's when I look down, that's when I have my Kindle notes here. So,
I didn't.
So,
take
yeah.
notes.
I also wanted just to say, Izzy will not be here tonight. She's going through some personal stuff, so she sends her love, but it's just going to be us four.
You're stuck with us again.
I know it's like suckers.
You're here, glutton for punishment. Speaking of punishment,
Yeah.
Poor
Thanks,
Aaron.
Alicia,
He's like
Nicole.
so like he's stuck with us.
and I just
It's all right.
I just love where Aaron's at. He's live in the
Yeah. From
and
the
23 Charlotte Street, or I think
Yes.
that's the address.
I couldn't even tell you that. I ended the book and I was like, okay, who was the main character and what were their names?
Cavendish. That was
Cavendish.
I got that one. And then I was just like, I think maybe Poppy, but because I'm reading from Blood and
Archer.
Ashes, her name is Poppy. So I was
Her
like,
name is
maybe I'm
Poppy.
just thinking of that.
Everything's like, why is Poppy within the past 4 years like a popular name for like every other book to have for a female character?
I don't know.
Like
Trends.
Poppy as the main character in 4 different books. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
That's a lot.
Poppy and Archer. I love the
Archer.
name Archer because I love Archer's voice by Mia Sheridan. If you haven't read that book, you need to. It's amazing. But so yeah. I actually really enjoyed this book.
Sorry.
That was meh.
No surprise. But I mean, it's obviously like miscommunication abounds in this book, right? And secrets and not telling each other how they really feel. And he must. How about y'all stop assuming and talk to each other? Because that would be fantastic.
You're sitting across the table from each other. Just speak.
And it's easy to say that as the reader, but if you were in that situation yourself,
Back then.
I wouldn't communicate.
back then, where your tastes and proclivities are even more taboo, I would feel like, because of just the time period.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't read the synopsis. I almost never do. So I was pleasantly surprised to find out that he was the submissive. I was just like, oh, he's the sub? Okay.
I kind of like that switch because it's always usually
Yeah,
the
it's
virginal.
always-
It's always usually the virginal woman. That's
Mhm. Yes.
Mhm. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that as well.
The first switch,
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's also marriage of convenience trope. So, you know, I really enjoyed that as well.
Love those.
And I just, I had a good time. I feel like there could have been, we were saying this before the live, it wrapped up like it's a lot of angst, a whole lot of angst. So if you like angst, you would probably really enjoy this. But it also, they were completely mad at each other, and really it took one conversation and him like giving her divorce papers, and she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, perfect.
And it's the most romantic thing he's ever done for her with freaking divorce. I was like, girl, he's handing you freaking divorce papers. Like,
she's like ripping it. She's like, no, I'm sorry. It's like, it means he loves me. He's giving me divorce papers. I'm like, okay. That's one way to take it.
And the steamy scenes weren't even that steamy. What does that say about me?
One of them was fade to black. I'm like,
Like, I was at least hoping, because this is like your booktube after dark thing. I was hoping for some sexy shit.
I needed the steam.
Yeah, like
sprinkle that in there, friends.
Needed to be the same level of steam.
Yeah, for a BDSM novel, it's like 2 chili peppers, if that.
It's BDSM light.
It's a bell pepper. Let's be real.
it's like the red bell pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the orange one, because the orange one is milder.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Generally, people say, "Oh, the book would be shorter if there was no misunderstanding," but would it be shorter?
See, the thing is, if they had communicated, I feel like we would have gotten more like steam, because at that point she would have been discovering herself while he discovers like that whole relationship and dynamic. And I'm like, I would have been there for that. Like, if you had kind of wrapped it up a little bit.
Me too.
And
then, communication and being like, hey, I'm into this, and
because
you're into this.
It literally could have been like, after that, what is that guy's name?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, though. The guy that wants to marry her.
The icky guy.
Yeah,
it starts with an R.
Something.
It starts with an R, his last name, or his name, whatever.
His first name was Thomas. I remember that.
When that came about, where he was just like, he was like spilling the secret to Poppy on like in front of their counting house. Like, it literally should have just been spilled there, you know? Yes. And then like they come to terms with it. They realize they want the same thing. And then it progresses to them learning, and her learning how to do all the stuff.
And they could have had like a business venture issue. Like, if you're looking for conflict at that point, I mean, she's a woman trying to like run a job at that time period, and which would have been very difficult, and people probably would have pushed back. They might have set fire to her place. So you still have all the same things that could happen.
The fire. The fire. I was so angry at Poppy. I was
so pissed.
I was just like, listen, you know, his first wife and child died in a fire. Like, are you kidding me?
Deal.
I would understand if he didn't tell her, but he told her by that.
He told her.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't tell her and she didn't know, I can see that. But she knew.
And as he's like hacking up a lung, saving her, she's like, I will never forgive you. I was like, you are.
That's when I realized the book I would have thrown in.
I was like, you are a piece of work, woman. Like, seriously? And then like when they were talking and he was very angry, he was just like, please don't for 1 second think that you've lost anything. Like, because, and then she just remembers like, oh yeah, like your wife and child died. And like, oh my gosh. Like,
and then he conveniently
finds sooner, please. Like, you're supposed to be smart.
And then he conveniently finds, when he's mad at her, that like preventing pregnancy tea or whatever the frick.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, it was too much convenience for me. I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid.
It's like a Chekhov's gun that didn't get fired, right?
Right.
And she literally just left the note. I didn't take this, by the way, and then leaves. Just seems like her solution to everything is just to leave a note and leave. Like, okay, lady. She's like, I totally forgot about this tea. Okay, you did.
And the like sex goddess thing, like after having sex once, that pisses me off just in general on books. I'm like, no.
You're never that good after one try.
No.
Nope.
Doesn't matter how much you read.
That's what, like, she's smart, but like, you don't know. There's only so much you can read from books. Come on. It just. I know,
especially with like this, like the steaminess aspect of it, where she was like the dominatrix part, where she's looking at those pictures in the book.
Yeah.
And So I was just like, maybe you should have read more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, in that moment, she could have like taken that to him and been like, "Do you have more of this? Because
No,
I really like what's going on here."
I would like
And
to
I just-
learn.
Yeah.
I just didn't like I think it's because of the time period, but I also don't like because you like a kink that you have like, I shouldn't like this. Blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't like this. This
The
makes me upset. I
self-loathing.
hate that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Definitely a time period thing on that one, but yeah, agreed.
Mhm.
Oh, it's just, but people still feel that way. I'm like, it's not, just be honest. I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll meet somebody who's into the same kink you are. It's fine.
Yeah, it's definitely just because it's historical. It's because like, it's so taboo. Maybe it was supposed to come off as feminist thinking of herself first, but it just looked insensitive.
It came off as a brat.
Yeah, she was very bratty.
Oh, was it pre-publishing? Yeah, so there wasn't much.
Bobby's like, what did she have to read? There was a book. There was a book
Yeah.
with illustrations. Might I? It's like,
I
so
wouldn't have minded like seeing some of the illustrations. That would have made it more interesting of a book to like look at. I'm like,
Nicole's like,
Alicia wants-
yes.
Alicia wants the illustrations. Not suitable for work.
hey, I found plenty of romance books that have the illustrations that they talk about.
That, like the handstand sex.
Yeah,
We haven't talked about that in
Burned
years.
my
it
head
feels
because
like.
of you guys.
there was the handstand sex that someone graciously provided that picture. I mean, it was kind of like stick figures, but that's what we got.
But it was my brain just went, how the hell can you hold each other? Like, how can you hold someone? Like, you're probably both different weights. How are you holding each other?
I was thinking the wrong thing. I was
You were
thinking legs
going
up in here
backwards.
and legs down in here.
You're
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, vertical scissors.
In my mind, that's what makes sense. Like
Okay.
one person does the handstand while the other person stands normal, and then you just like whoop whoop from there.
You'd have to be
And then
very
you tell me not to
compatible
look
in
at the
height.
picture, which makes me want to look at it. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, it was amazing. That's all I have to say about it.
I just don't understand. Like, how, Nicole, you've read it. Like, how do you get into that situation? Like, at what point in your mind do you think, like, are you on a boat and then all of a sudden the boat capsizes and you're just upside down?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, let's try some things here.
They were in a bedroom.
Yeah, what prompted it?
Well, spice
They-
things up, obviously.
I know, they're like, let's try this.
It's weird.
They
Were
were
they in a
both-
hallway?
They were
and
both
hit my
kind of
head and
like
go
they were
to
both
X-ray.
kind of like in the military, so it's like they both have like, you know,
That's
upper
really
body strength.
weird.
Like
They need to
regular
show off
people-
their physical capabilities.
yeah, regular people are not doing that. I mean,
I think of a
I
handstand
wouldn't.
and I fall over.
first of all, I wouldn't be able to get up there.
If
And
I
then
did a
holding
handstand,
yourself-
I'd be in the hospital.
Do you imagine like how he has to thrust? He's like doing like push-ups on the freaking ground. How long is that sustainable? It's not.
Maybe 5 minutes, maybe depending on your like endurance.
5 minutes? Could you imagine doing
Maybe.
push-ups for 5
Yeah,
minutes?
and all the blood going to your head too.
I'd be
Oh,
too
Jesus.
tired to come. I'd be
Right.
like, this is doing literally
Can we
nothing.
do like possible?
But yeah, that's hilarious. That's fantastic. But you know, it worked for her. It worked for both of them, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess.
See, I wanted them to accidentally stumble into it. I was thinking like, oh, she works with plants and trees and stuff. I'm like, she's gonna get pissed at him one day and have a switch in her hand, and she's just gonna hit
Right,
him in the
that's what I
back, and he's gonna be like, do that again.
That would have been awesome.
No,
I was
Oh my
waiting for it.
God. That would have
Aaron,
been
I will commission you to
fantastic.
rewrite this or rewrite the steamy scene so we can use like
Okay.
instead of 1.5 chili pepper.
1.5 chili peppers.
Get it at least
Well,
one
it's kind of
jalapeno.
like they kind of did stumble upon it because there was that one scene in the study where, you know, she's
Oh, yeah, she
basically
took
like
over.
she was like beg, and he was like, please fuck me, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He was
But they were
really-
never
I mean,
like long enough. They were like boom boom. Like,
yeah,
it was just-
they were done pretty quick.
Always.
Stamina. Stamina's a thing, you know, he could be just so aroused that as long as like when he comes it wasn't over, he still like took care of her.
Well, my question was that it always happened with other people in the house. How did no one ever hear? Or no one ever said anything?
Well, I feel like if you're a duke, you literally have at least 20 people like
That's
in your
true.
house at one time. So
Yeah.
they're just
And
like,
you're-
whatever, we're fucking okay.
And you're supposed to be paying them for their silence too, but
Discretion, right.
you know the gossip gets around anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
That's how you used to find. I watched Downton Abbey. I know how it works.
I know. Oh, that's funny. But, I did like certain aspects of Poppy. I really liked that she was, entrepreneur and she liked plants and she was looking of starting a business. And, it's just like she was very insensitive at times. She was very, not smart, but both of them were like, they were both like drove me nuts at some point in time.
They were kind of both like himbo and her, like they kind of just matched each other with their like thickness of their heads.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah, for sure. And
How old was she? Do you remember? I feel like I remember him being 34.
They
Yeah,
brought
he
up
was
his age, but not
34.
hers.
Oh, I thought she was like in like mid-20s because they're
I thought
talking about
that's
how
what I
she
was
was
saying.
like a spinster. So
That's why I thought 28.
Okay.
That's why I thought 28 because they said she's been on her own for 10 years, which makes me think that her parents died when she was 18.
Okay.
Because that would make her 28. But that's just me like context cluing the crap out of it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I was thinking like mid-20s, but maybe.
Mid-20s, yeah, it could be, yeah.
I'm just going through my notes here.
I did like that she constantly changed out of like uncomfortable clothes to get back in that like ratty dress.
Yeah.
I
Just
feel
like,
you
can I
on
just
that
put
one.
on pants, please?
Her sister was fun, or his sister was fun.
Constance?
Yeah.
Okay, I am
Oh, she was my
continuing with this
favorite.
series because her book is next. And I'm like, yes!
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a series?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
series. I don't know
I think
who
there's-
book 3. There's 3 books on Hoopla, but I don't know who the
Hoopla.
3rd book is about. But
Let
I
me see.
really no, I mean I know who it's about, but I haven't met those people. But
Okay.
I'm really excited about. And Constance, I was actually surprised that she didn't know anything about his first wife and child, and
Yeah.
they
That one
unfortunately
surprised me.
died. That surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like she didn't even know, and he just like kept it a secret from everybody, I guess. Like it literally, the secret died with his dad, which was a jerk because they were thinking like there was rumors going around that he started the fire that killed his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
It wouldn't surprise me if you're going off of his previous behavior.
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me either because he was thinking like you need to leave them in the country, like you have to come and be the duke now or be the heir or whatever, and he didn't want them to be there anyway, so it totally makes sense that he would like sabotage anything. I'm sure, like I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Would not. But there was a lot of flirting. I really like the flirting.
The flirting
The
was
flirting
cute.
was cute.
Yeah.
I really like their banter. And it just
And I
all went
liked it.
downhill after they married. I'm like, dang.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It went away. So like
The flirting
witty
and the banter
went away.
left. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
And that's like what sustains me through most historicals is the witty banter.
The banter.
The banter,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I already ordered the second book. Yeah, I'm definitely going to continue on. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I'm gonna
like the
probably
cover.
continue on through my library, or
Through
if
the
they have
library.
the rest of them on Scribd.
Our Hoopla and our Libby had these books.
It was
I'm-
weird. They had my Hoopla had the second 2, but not the first.
Not the first.
That does not make a lick of sense. I hate
Huh.
when they do that. Like seriously, books 2 and then like, or if it's a long old series and they're missing book 6, I'm like,
Like I couldn't
Yeah.
get my library didn't have the first 3 Mistborn books, but they have the second era Mistborn. I'm like, but I need to read the first one first. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I'm
that's
not
just-
sure I would continue this series. I don't know. I wasn't overly impressed. Honestly, the thing I like the most about this book is the cover. I mean, look how pretty it is.
It's so pretty.
And I like
It
when
is
she worked
pretty.
with plants. Her name was Poplar. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they named the
Poplar.
kid something plant related too, but I can't remember.
Plumeria.
Yeah, that was it.
And her ring looked like a plumeria.
I thought
did
that
like
was
that.
Gave her
adorable.
a
That part was cute.
plumeria hair thing. I'm like, you're so like he's definitely a romantic if he just gets the fuck out of his own way. You know, it's like
Yeah.
he is such a romantic. There's a couple of things that he did for her, and I was just like,
They're really cute. Yeah, I did like
oh my
I
God.
did like him.
I did
More
kinda
so than
want-
her,
I
but I
wanted
think
more scenes of
some of
him
the stuff we've already talked about for reasons why.
Yeah. I really wanted like more scenes of him beating that other guy's ass.
Yeah, I definitely wanted
Yeah.
more than a punch in the damn face. Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, he's got the fancy background.
He's showing us up hardcore.
I know. I'm just in my room.
It takes 2 minutes on Canva.
I know in my office, I was like, I probably should have put something nice behind here. Instead, I just have the app. I literally didn't do anything other than put boxes together so I could sit on the futon this time rather than the ground.
No. Because you
I'll
have that
eventually make
handy
it back to
dandy
my room.
couch.
My back would have been broken if I sat that long on the floor.
Yeah.
I broke my tailbone 3 times, so my body's like, you're not sitting on the
No.
floor.
Sitting on the ground? No. And that takes
No.
forever to heal. I bruised my tailbone and it took literally over a year to feel right.
And there are even though it's healed, there are still times if I know I sit on the floor too long, if my back starts bothering me. I'm like,
Yep.
gotta get up.
I'm just looking through my notes. We talked about
It
really
wasn't
a lot of stuff.
long either. And I was so surprised that there were 35 chapters. It's only, what, a 315-page book?
Was it? It felt much longer than that. To me, at least.
felt kinda long.
Certain chapters did. Like, the first half was so long. I was messaging Aaron. I'm like, when is this actually going to get, like,
I
moving?
definitely,
Like,
no, I liked the first half better than the second because they were just complete jerks at the second half. Like once they got married, it just went downhill. I was just like, y'all, come on.
I liked it until, like, the night they got married, and then they all turned into dum-dums.
Dum-dums, yes.
Before, when he was all, like, trying to be cute because he knows it's, like, an odd situation, but he was still trying to make the best of it and be cute, and then feelings got involved, and it got all stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like something
Those
like 300
feelings.
pages. Those feelings.
I actually don't remember much of the beginning because I
You
just
read it, like,
continued.
3
I just continued where I was after the reschedule. So
Because I totally forgot that we were doing this. That was my bad.
it's all
I
right.
had to look back at the messages. I'm like, yeah, I got that message on the 27th of February from
Yeah.
Nicole. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was.
I just messed a lot of stuff up, especially, with the time changing. Okay, it's fine. Anyway.
I was in the middle of my bookshelf remodel. I remembered it and I was like, I'll do it if I have to. But at this point, I'm just going to book through it, which is what ended up happening again. So that could have also been like what colored my opinion is. I feel like I wasn't in the mood for this particular read.
I started it yesterday.
I was really looking forward to it because I wanted a spicy historical, and this was just like, womp womp.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to see because I know when we said we were reading this book, and then Charles had a different suggestion. So we'll have to see what he says about that one. But he also rated this book 4 stars, so I don't really trust his opinion.
Not on this one, even though I love Charles. Not on this one.
It may have felt long, but I get interrupted so much when I read babysitting. I can't tell if it's the book or me.
This time I would say it's probably the book.
The book.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not that it was terrible. Like, it's not that I would never recommend this book to someone, but I would think I would hesitate to suggest it to some people. So it's one
I
of
would
those
recommend
books
it if it's going to be your first spicy historical. If you don't know what your spice meter is,
Yeah. I was like,
But
are
if
you
you're
looking to
looking for,
get
like-
into like BDSM historical? Then yes.
Yeah,
Because
like a
definitely,
starter
even
book.
though it has like some BDSM aspects, it really wasn't as spicy as
I
it could
kind
have
of was
been.
expecting there to be more. And then when they were just like, oh, she's now the teacher of whatever her name was, the woman that owned the place. I'm like,
Elena.
that's like the
Yeah.
interesting stuff. Go into that.
You know what we should read next? I know it's like book 5 in a series, but you don't have to read them in order. It's called Knights of the Boardroom. It is BDSM related, and it has spice. At one point, she calls his cock like a 10,000 Thor like horse or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, I'm here for that. Love this book.
Who wrote that?
Horse anatomy cock? What?
So yeah, if we want to read that one, that's more contemporary, and I've actually read it before, and I would reread it. So
Is it 500 pages though? Because I can't.
Yeah.
Aaron and I had this
I don't
conversation
think
the other day. The
so.
500 page
Give me a moment.
contemporary
Let's see.
romance, and you're like, but why?
It's Knights of the
Doesn't need to be.
Boardroom.
Doesn't need to be.
Nope, it's not. What
Okay,
is it
good.
called? Hostile Takeover. Here, I'll show you the cover. This is why I actually read the book the first time, because I saw this and I was like, I'm intrigued.
Hello.
Oh.
Dang, she naked.
So yeah, there's that one. But the Kindle does say it's 408 pages. How long is the ebook? I have the audiobook. Hold on, let's see how long the audiobook is, because if it's
But that's
11
like
hours,
Kindle pages, so it's like
Right.
not-
Right. Yeah.
It's not like
Hold on.
full like paperback pages, you know.
right?
But this book was only 8 hours, and it felt like it was like 16.
It was 11 hours.
It took me 3 days to get through.
No, it was not. It was like 9 hours.
Was it? I thought it was 11.
Yes.
All right, sorry.
Well, I
Hostile
kept
Takeover is a
in the
15-hour
speed,
audio.
I was like, I just want to get this thing done.
15 hours?
15 hours?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my god! Or all of us is like, what? Ridiculous.
I'm sorry. Like, I need like a Katee
This book was
Robert
9
level.
hours and 3 minutes.
God, it felt like so much longer.
Mhm.
Okay, one of the
Yeah.
late night specials. It needs to be The Dragon's Bride by Katee Robert.
I can't wait to get the pretty copy.
It definitely needs to be. And I was like, I cannot wait to get a physical copy
I
and
didn't
have
think
that
she was
one
going to
cover.
send it, and then when someone posted it, I was like, "We're getting physical copies." I'm like,
We better get physical copies.
I
Oh,
literally
and
jumped up and down in my kitchen. I was like so
And-
excited.
my Wicked Villains box. Was,
Did they show up?
No, it was shipped. I'm like, oh my god, it's shipped. Okay,
Awesome.
it's fine. So there will be an unboxing.
I have to
Don't
send you the picture of
worry.
mine.
Yes, send me. They're stunning. I mean, she's been like on her TikTok and on Instagram. She like, as they're coming in, she was showing us like the dust jacket and the actual book. I'm like, oh my god, these are beautiful. Okay. Isn't our next book long too? There is no Hoopla or Libby for me. Oh, there will come a darkness. I don't
I'm
know
looking it up now.
exactly how long that book is.
It doesn't.
According to
have
this
an
Kindle
audiobook.
edition, it's 496 pages.
But it's not even a romance. Okay, what I don't like about long books is if it's like a romance in a long book. Because I feel like it doesn't
Mhm.
need to be that long.
And then
But-
they do that like third act breakup when there's still like when there's only 50 pages left, and you're like, but how?
But I also get really upset that other things are long too. Like this over here, you can't see it, but it's over here. I'm staring at it. It's Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone. It's the
Oh my
newest
God.
It's the newest Outlander, and
12,000
I don't.
pages. Uh-huh.
I don't want to read it.
What? How many pages is it?
It's a lot. I don't even want to pick it up.
Because I have
heavy.
I have the first 4, and I'm like, do I even wanna? I read the first 4, but I'm like, do I want to continue?
You read just the first one?
The first 4.
Oh,
I
the
read.
first 4.
Yeah.
They
But
just
they get
longer.
longer and longer, so I'm like,
Yeah,
do
they
I
just-
want to continue? Or just look at Sam Hewen for however
Just
long.
watch the show. Yes. Just
And
watch
drink
the
his
show.
Sassenach whiskey that my brother got me.
I didn't want to get a bottle of that.
Oh, my brother used to work at a bar, so he kind of.
I mean, if I'm reading a book
bottle
about
and it
dragons,
ended up in my hands.
Nice.
if you're gonna make me read a book about dragons, then I want you to read this Hostile Takeover book. You saw the cover, okay? There
What do
is
you
spice
mean?
in there.
Can you send me a screenshot of it so I can get the
You said you wanted to read that book because it was by Katee Robert, and you like Katee, so I don't even want to hear your mouth right now.
I need good spice. She's a home run if you want something.
She's
like,
gonna deliver.
Yeah.
I would just give this book a shot, okay?
I
It's the
will.
first
I'm
book
not-
that I. It's the first like naughty book. I'm like, actually, this one has like spice in there. I mean, from what
Okay,
I remember, it was
We
like 3
will
years
read
ago.
it. We will read it.
Oh, I didn't rate it. How come I didn't rate it? I mean, I've read it twice. Does that count?
You were
I've
too
liked it enough
embarrassed
that
to
I've
put
read
it
it
on your
twice.
feed.
You are
That's
too
what-
embarrassed. to put it
I
on
used to
there.
be.
Don't be embarrassed.
I never
Not
put
anymore.
when I was 18 and read all 3 50 Shades books. I was like, yeah.
Ugh, don't read.
I
Here,
heard
if you're
something in
watching,
my
plug
house.
your ears. Don't read the ones from his perspective.
I
Except for
read
the first one.
I
The
was
first
like,
one
this
is fine.
trash.
Sorry, I heard a bang in my house, and I'm alone. So
That's not good. Where are the dogs? Are they with you?
they're here. He's
Okay,
running
that's
in
extra
there. What?
suspicious. Well, if they're not barking, I feel like that's less terrible. Is your husband home?
No, he's looking at something. What are you looking at?
Do I need to have 911 on speed dial?
Yeah, are we about to witness something on live stream?
Oh, I was about to take a picture. I was like, he is very on alert of whatever.
His ears are up.
Yes.
Do you need to go? Like, do you want to call me and then like
No,
walk
it's
your
fine.
house real fast?
My house is locked. No, it's
Oh,
fine.
you heard a bop.
I'll be murdered on live. It's fine.
That's not no fine. You haven't read the book I suggested yet.
Bad.
You cannot die.
Murdered.
If you're here, wait till the live is over.
No, don't wait till the live is over. We need to be able to know that something's
No.
wrong.
At least Jen lives in Arizona. I'm always just like, if something happens on a live and people live out of the country or out of the state, like, how do I dial 911 but for like California?
You can. You can.
Okay,
You can just be asked to, when you call your local 911, you ask to be transferred to the whatever state.
Okay. Good.
Because
I
I
have this
had
issue,
to-
but it's in this state.
Yeah, but it's happening on. Yeah, you kind of have to just give them all the info and then they transfer it.
But nobody knows where you live, so that's the only problem.
You know where I live.
I know where you live, but if someone else is on the live and they don't, they'll be like, she's in Arizona. Okay, that's a state. We're in Arizona.
I
don't
do
know.
randomly have your address from the.
Give me a sec. Let me go through my mail. I think
On
I've
my
got it.
You sent me something.
Because I had to double check the spelling of your street like 4 times before I sent it.
Shangri-La. It means
Yeah.
paradise.
Yeah, I was like, let me make sure that it doesn't get sent back.
He's still looking. Go investigate or something. You're useless.
Wow. All right.
He's just like looking over there. Hi, Duchess. She's just laying down. She's fine. Hi, baby girl.
He's like, I'm old, so he'll do it.
I know. I was like, someone else has to handle this. I'm go check while we're with you. Okay, hold on, I'll
Yeah.
be back.
Do you want to call me? I'll call you. We can
No,
be
I'll
on
be
the
fine.
live together.
I'll be back. I'm gonna investigate the bang.
I would make sure.
Wait, hold on.
Jen's gonna push on FaceTime while you do it.
Where'd she go? Did she take her phone with her? Oh my god.
I don't
Nicole,
know.
you didn't take your phone with
Just
you.
I took her earbuds out. That's all I saw.
Okay, you're with us. All right, continue. You're
Such
on
a tense
speakerphone, by the way.
moment.
They can hear you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, yeah, my back door is locked.
Locked. Okay, locked back door. That's good. What about the front door?
Front door is locked.
Front door's locked. What about the
Yep.
door in the
door's-
bedroom? Is there a door in the bedroom? No.
No.
Check the dog door
Check
in
the
the
crawl
bedroom.
space in your ceiling too. You gotta make sure.
Well, did you
I was
hear
like-
about that creepy story about that that guy like stalking the woman and like crawling into her crawl space and living there for like 6 months?
What?
Yeah, I've
No.
heard stories about that. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I live alone with a crawl space. Don't give me more reasons to panic.
Yeah.
Like,
Looking down the
please.
hallway towards the office or looking down the hallway
No,
like towards the house?
kitchen. Towards the kitchen.
Do you have a bat? Please have something sharp nearby.
Do I have a bat? Man, I have a gun.
Yeah, I was like, make sure you have your gun. I didn't want to know if you wanted people to know that you had a gun. So I was like, grab your gun. Pull a Grady and just like, well, there you are. Okay. She's back, guys.
Holy Grady, I love that.
Look, Grady. Oh, Jen, your book came the other day.
Yes.
You were
Do you have a bat? I also do have a bat, so don't worry about
Accidental witness.
it.
It's so good. It's funny
Oh, is
because I
that out
actually
now?
gave it
I'll
to
have
my
to-
friend. I gave away one of my first copies that Julie was able to gift me to a friend that it's not her genre at all. So I was just like, you're going to read it because it's about me. So
You're gonna
enjoy.
read it 'cause it's mine.
and then I ordered a bunch of Pippa Roscoe's off of the Harlequin website this morning. I had it.
Ah.
Okay.
But yeah, my parents are like, you got copies of the book? When did we get one? I'm like, I read the book and I'm not sure I want you to read it anymore.
Why? Is there spicy
Is it that
stuff?
bad?
There's spicy stuff.
Oh,
It's not like explicit, but I feel like there's more foreplay than we normally get. And that's why I'm like, I'm having popcorn and it was just like, yes, my life
I'm
is
having
in
popcorn.
fictional characters. So yeah.
Everything's good. Everything's good, Pat. I don't have to worry. My dad and a repairman were just under the house this week. No one's down.
Oh yeah, Nicole missed it. So Alicia was saying that
Oh
there's
my
a crawl
God.
space. There was a story that she read where someone crawled into their crawl space and lived there for 6
Oh.
months.
Like
yeah.
someone who was like stalking this woman, and I'm like, give me more reasons to panic about living alone by myself. Like, thank you. And I live in the woods. Thank you.
Oh, in the woods, ma'am.
Yeah. The backyard is right at a tree
Do you
line.
have an alarm system? Do I need to worry about you, Alicia?
My mom is getting me a Ring alarm system so I can phone.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll allow it.
You know, I have cameras, but my phone, like, I didn't set it up where I can look at it on my phone, like only my husband did. So sometimes if he's not home, I just check the camera outside.
Well, the
I
one
heard
day
a
my
noise.
dad has cameras, and the one day a deer came up to our front step. Like, just walked right up. Like,
That's the most interesting thing about having security cameras is just the random stuff you see.
The one that you're gonna see. Like sometimes we have to turn like the sensitivity down because it'll catch the one in the driveway will catch people or like either people walking or people driving. So it's like turn down the sensitivity.
And my dad lives on a cul-de-sac, so it's like they'll catch whoever's turning in the cul-de-sac.
Mm-hmm. So we're good. And there's not an axe murder
They're
in
not
my
gonna
house.
die on us. Yay.
Sorry, I'm just filling up my cup.
What are we drinking tonight?
We're drinking peach tea truly.
Ooh, that
That's my
sounds
favorite
delightful.
one.
That's my favorite one too. Actually, I really like the margarita style ones, the mango chili.
You should try Arizona. Just came out, like, you know, Arizona iced tea.
Yep.
Arizona
yes,
just came out with their own sparkling water,
Oh.
and I just basically it's called a lime Ricky, so it's basically lime juice and sparkling water and cherry juice. So it basically looks like Shirley Temple, but I filled it with rum. So
is it non-alcoholic?
It's not alcoholic.
I'm less excited.
I'm trying to lose weight. It's not alcoholic.
Well, try it
why I
without
like
the alcohol, Nicole, and then figure out which alcohol would go good in there, and just throw a shot or four.
That's what I did. I did a huge shot of dark vodka.
There you go.
Yeah, these are only 100 calories. So.
Yeah, the lime Ricky sparkling water is only 100.
That's not bad. Why did I feel like there would be more?
What is it?
126 for a
That's not
Guinness.
Yeah, because it feels like a meal after you have one.
Yeah, I thought it would be much heavier.
Guinness is heavy.
Guinness is heavy. But since, I finished my juice cleanse on St. Patrick's Day. So I celebrated my St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and I went to Tim Finnegan's near your house and had corned beef and cabbage and a Guinness.
I was going to say, did you eat before you drank? Because I've made that mistake and don't want to do that again.
Did I eat?
If anyone follows me on Instagram, in my stories, I went to breakfast with my friend, and Mimi's has $5 mimosas, and they have this mimosa flight. So I was like, you know what? I'd like to try that, thinking that the glasses would come in smaller sizes. They are full size glasses, my friends. I had all
I need to
three
come
of
to
them,
Arizona.
and I felt them all. So
her thighs were tingling.
My thighs were tingling. My head was light. It was a miracle.
I will never forget you guys thought it was hysterical when I told you my teeth go numb when I'm drunk. You guys were laughing for like 20 minutes when I told you that. My teeth go numb.
Lips do. My lips go numb, but my teeth.
Yeah, my teeth go numb. And I'm not the only one. Every woman in my family, their teeth go numb when they drink.
It's just passed down generation to generation.
It's weird.
But no, it's like I don't really eat like solid food during the day. I have a protein shake in the morning and then I have a smoothie at lunch. So no, I did not eat before. Just like today, I had my protein shake in the morning, but I did not have lunch. So here we are, drinking on an empty stomach.
That's not good.
Oh,
that's why I was telling that story.
Yeah.
I was like, why did I tell you guys about my mimosa story? I started drinking before my food had come, and I felt it very quickly.
The last time I did that, I ended up dancing on the bar, and I will never do that again.
Ooh, Alicia.
Oh, scandalous.
That's why me and tequila, no.
Oh, tequila.
I do dumb shit when I drink tequila. Absolutely. No. And it ended up being like a bar near my dad's house. So like I turned around and it was all my mom's coworkers standing there watching me dance in the bar. This is
Well,
why
I'm gonna get down
downtown.
now.
It was so bad. I'm like, stop it.
It was your book moment. It's a moment from a book, you know.
Yeah. I didn't come home with like the man in Shining pick you up and make you feel better kind of thing. I just had my friend's husband throw me over her shoulder and put me into my bed.
So we're gonna go now.
All I remember is he pulled my one leg. I don't remember anything else. My dad said he brought you in the house and put you to sleep. I was like, okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Wasn't my friend's husband at the
Look
time,
it
but
out for you. Now they're married.
Yeah. That's
adorable.
Oh my God, it was 10 years ago now. Jesus.
You've never had tequila?
I'm not a huge fan of it.
That's the
Yeah,
only
tequila
alcohol I can
destroys
shoot
me.
anymore. It's
I'm a
always the
shot
quiet ones. That's true. That's true.
So for April, does that mean we're doing the Katee Roberts book? I just looked it up. It comes out March 29th. The same
Yes.
day that Pleading the Fish comes out, as well as the same day that Accidental Witness comes out. It's going to be a good Tuesday. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to
That's
get my
great.
books until I come home because I'm going home for the week.
Oh, nice.
I actually just told the kids this morning and they were like, "You're coming home today?" I said, "Not today."
Not today.
Yeah.
Not today. So Katee Roberts' book can be our late night special for April, and then we can have your book late night special for May.
That way you guys can get a head start on it. Okay, don't complain that
Okay.
it's long. If
I need to be on the
much
line for the Katee Robert. I need to be.
I'm sorry, 15 hours? Okay, all right.
It's good.
Okay.
From what I remember.
So it doesn't drag at all because it is 15 hours.
I don't think so. I mean, I did not listen to the audiobook. I actually physically read both of those, and I don't recall it dragging. Then again, the last time I read this, it said 2020. So it's been at least 2 years since I've put a reading under my belt, but I have read it twice, so that should say something. And I'm willing to read it a third time.
The
Okay.
29th, yes, March 29th is when The Dragon's Bride by Katee Robert comes out, Accidental Witness, and
With Julie and Lindsay and Pleading the Fish by
Pleading the
Bree
Fish.
Baker.
I got mine early because I ordered it through Harlequin.
Yes, you can get
You know-
Accidental Witness now through Harlequin.
Mhm.
you know, I'm kind of mad that I was not sent Pleading the Fish by Source Books. And I will.
But you don't have a copy through Julie?
No.
Yeah,
We don't know
that's
yet.
what I'd be
Remember,
more mad about,
she
right?
put them. She said that she put ARC books in the mail, so I was waiting a while before I was just like, "Hey, Julie, I'll send you my unsigned copy if you send me a signed copy from you." I'm still buying the book. It's not going to be different.
And you have like all these people winning on her Facebook page. Like
I
she's
know,
doing
I'm
like a
like-
little, she's doing like a little giveaway, and I'm just like, man,
What about us? We've done the whole series. Come on.
what
A
about
small
your
party?
book club?
That's pretty much after you.
You know, I don't expect anything. It's fine.
No.
I mean,
I'm just waiting for her to come to Arizona so that every book that I have that's not signed, I can be like, "Here's the pile for you."
That's what I told her. I told her to let me know when she's coming to Tennessee because I'll drive wherever. I'll make
Start your hand movements now, Julie. Come
Yeah.
on,
I know.
let's
Hand
work out that.
exercises.
work out.
I wish she would re-release because I love the covers for the Geek Girl, but I would love like brand new copies of that
She
because mine are
doesn't have the
used.
rights back yet, so
Yeah.
probably when she does, she probably will.
I'm so excited.
Did the third physical book come out for Patience Price or
Not that I've seen yet.
okay? I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check.
Oh my gosh, 11 books.
No one here has a book problem, Liz. That's not a thing.
It's not a thing, and if someone
It's not
tells me it
hoarding
is,
if
I
it's
will.
books. It's not
No.
hoarding if it's books. Mm-mm.
If
Nope.
they bring you joy, that's all that matters.
My favorite meme is when it says the guy said pick me or books, and she goes, "I'm happy with my books." I'm like,
I think about him
Or
every
it's
time
like,
I
I-
read a new
You don't
one.
want to
I
ask that
remember him
question.
fondly. I remember him fondly every time I open a book.
Unless he's like the
Okay.
Beast from Beauty and the Beast, where he gives me a huge ass library. Then
Yeah.
we're fine.
The bar was set, gentlemen. The bar was set. Just saying. But
I
then
mean,
my
if it's
husband
me or
built
books
me.
for like the next hour,
Yeah.
like, all right, let's get it on, and then
I'm
I'll get
on
back to
hand
my
to build
book.
me shelves.
My
Yeah.
husband
Nicole's living the
built
dream.
me these shelves, and then he's also designing my third shelf, which is going to be like a swinging door that opens to the
Ooh.
closet. So
It's a
Does your
hidden
husband
bookshelf.
have any single friends that aren't idiots?
just kidding. No, I don't think he does have any single friends.
Damn it.
I feel like I would have asked you by now, so I was just like, I hope the answer to this question is
Well,
no.
all my friends are married, so,
The
like, I'm the
answer is
last
no
one.
because rude.
All my friends are married, so I'm the last one of. Before I met you, Jen, I was the last one of the bunch. Like
Yep.
they were like, "So when you get married?" I'm like, "Show me anybody yet?"
When
Show me a man.
an angel falls from the sky that like is an actual gentleman.
I don't
that
have much
appreciates me for
criteria.
me.
I say all I say is, please don't live with your mother. Please have a high credit score because I will not deal with that. And please at least have read a book in the last year.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I don't
Not many
think
people like
my
read.
criteria is
Your
that high.
standards are a bit high.
No, I'm not. I already paid all my student loans. I'm not dealing with somebody else's
Oh
debt.
my god.
Yeah.
It's like these men taking notes. Is the credit score a hard pass?
Well, what is the score? Let's find
I
out.
know, like
It can't be. It has to at least be at least 700, because that shows that
That's
you
reasonable.
are okay. Like you're functioning with money.
You at least pay your bills.
Yeah.
Right, and on time.
you
Yep,
at
yep.
least pay your bills.
Yeah.
I saw this picture once, and
Oh.
it goes dating in your 20s. Do you have a car? Dating over your 30s. Do you live with your mother, and is your credit score above 500? And I was like, that's dating in your 30s.
500.
I met some.
That's like five. You have a credit score of 500. You have a pulse. I feel like.
Yeah.
I was like, I work in insurance and I see credit scores coming back at 500, and the way that they're scored in our system, I'm just like, that's not a good number. Like, if you had asked me that like 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, 500, sure, why not? Now I say 500, I'm just
Now
like,
as an
no,
adult, you're like, no.
No, to get approved for anything, your credit score needs to be at least 700.
650.
Yeah,
And then-
it's like,
And then when they
ooh,
run your credit to check anything, your credit score goes down.
that's some bullshit.
Mhm.
To get my apartment, they ran my credit, and I'm like, but it went down 15 points for you just running my credit.
Were you just running my credit? Dude, I feel like
It
that
shouldn't-
shouldn't be a
It shouldn't
thing.
cost me anything for you to check it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sorry, adult.
Oh, okay. You sent the picture of the book.
I
to
did.
the
I sent the
group.
picture of the book. It's a good. I really want to. I'm nervous now.
I was like, Jen, I
Maybe
need
let
to
me
make a
reread it before
thumbnail
you
with
guys
this book
do.
picture. It's like,
Is there like a discrete cover, another cover that we can use for the thumbnail?
well, I'm
I
gonna put
think
it on there. I
was
don't care.
one.
I'm gonna put it on there. I don't care.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was tweeting about the Krampus book. Like, no big deal.
Oh yeah, that cover was interesting.
But this, I mean, at least with the Krampus book, she had like lingerie on. She's full on naked in this one. She has thigh highs on. That's like legitimately it.
I'm telling you, look up. It's a
You're
book.
welcome.
I think it's only on Kindle. It's called Anton.
Yeah, she's naked. She's naked.
It's called Anton, and it's legit a naked man on the cover.
What is it called?
Anton.
Nicole, what is that?
Wait, what
I mean, this is the
And
PG
there's
version
just
of it.
strategically because it's a
Yeah.
hockey romance, and it's strategically placed,
Anton?
and that's it. Yeah. I'll have to find the picture and send it to you. It's
Yes,
a hockey
please.
romance.
Oh no, I found it.
It's a Laura's Cave. Isn't that a Harlequin type thing?
Yes. Yep.
Ooh, that's a nice.
And I love how the hockey stick is like strategic.
Wait a second here. I missed part of this conversation.
It's all around Kindle. You need to get. We need to do like a mini.
He's like a really plump booty.
Where's that tattoo of?
But when you're skating all the time, you know.
Right?
Oh, he's got a tattoo on his
The
back
skating
too.
does help with your glutes. I won't.
With your
deny that.
glutes. Are you ordering it now? I might.
It's not bad.
How long is it?
Sorry, like I was sold on the
252.
cover. My friend sent it to me because she knows I love hockey. She's like, a naked man on the cover with a hockey stick. I'm like, sold.
Sold. Done.
Have you read
Check.
Pucked? Is it Pucked Off, or is that what it's called?
Oh, the Puck series.
Yeah,
I've
that's
read
not in the same
something
series,
Puck.
but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's
I've
yeah,
read
several of them. That's like pucked up.
I haven't
pucked off.
Yeah, I haven't read the one by Helena Hunting, but I have read a Pucked series, I feel like.
I read the first one where it's just pucked. I haven't gone any further because the thing that throws me off is there's so many
Oh.
0.5s.
I've read The Hot as Puck by Lily Fallon.
That's
Hello.
different.
Yeah, it's different. I was like, I've read something that says Puck in the title. But yeah, I haven't read the Helena Hunting ones.
And then you post all that stuff on Twitter with the guy that acts.
With what?
Guy
Oh
who's,
yeah.
like, cutting wood. I'm
Oh,
like, guy-
Is that what you sent me, Alicia? I haven't been on Twitter in a few days or weeks.
but like that's what my like real thing is. It's all his shit because that's all I really want.
I will literally spend hours just watching him chop wood. I'm like, he's so knowledgeable on like wood and like
Well, did you see the one where he's like half naked? He's half naked reading a book with like glasses on. I was just like,
What? Sign me up for that.
And then there was one where he was like washing, like he was like rinsing his rice, and he's like, "Yeah, I rinse my rice." I'm like, "Okay." See, yeah, absolutely, yes, rinse your rice.
Hockey's like to me the sexiest sport because it's like there's actual aggression happening. Like they beat the shit out of each other and don't get in trouble for it.
I know the referees just let it happen until they fall down on the ice, and then they're like, "Okay, we gotta break it up because you can like slit your throat."
I used to hang out at the professional hockey players practices a lot. I'd be like, "Hey,
You were like a hockey groupie.
you single?" But none of them were single. They were all married with kids.
Rude.
I let him be
You
that
like
good.
hockey.
And then they would be like, "We have any 20-year-old." I'm like, "I could be your older sister. You're my
20?
brother's age. That's nasty." Like, I don't know.
Gotta be at least 30. At least.
The
Yeah.
fourth.
unless you're trying to live that age gap fantasy.
There you go.
That's never been my thing.
Ooh, older woman, younger man. Yes.
See, I draw the line at like my brother's age because I feel weird.
Yeah.
Like if you're younger than my brother, I feel gross. I mean, we're only 6 years apart, but like, I guess it's because I came from a small town and everybody knew my brother, so it was just like
Got it.
someone was
Yeah.
trying to hit on me. I was like, I've known you since you were in diapers. That's gross. Like, go away.
That's true. That's true. Small town. You gotta branch out.
And you get to an
That's
age
why
where
I
you
never
have a
dated anybody
conversation with a
that's
20-year-old and you're like, huh? Like you haven't lived, have you?
Hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
I saw your review of this on Goodreads, and you gave it 4 stars. You led me to believe that you didn't like this book because you're like, ugh.
I
When I
didn't like
mentioned
it.
it.
But he usually cancels me out when I say I don't like a book.
I think I gave this
Charles?
book 3 stars.
You're taking a break from editing. Charles, what was that other spicy historical you were talking about when we were talking about this book? And you're like, you should read this. I'll wait.
The second one sucks.
Oh, no.
From this series?
No, because it's Constance. No.
But she's great. Like I was expecting it to be awesome because I love her. Like
Yeah, her wit was great.
I really like Constance. I'm still gonna read it.
Yeah, there were like
I'm
1,000 less
waiting.
reviews when it came to the second book, so that's why I'm just like,
1,000? Oh no, I
Oh, no.
already ordered it. Dang it.
No.
I'm still gonna read it. And I don't question mark? I don't know. I asked you. I don't know.
Charles, you expect her to remember names?
Yeah,
Like
she's read
she
50
flat out tells you she
books
doesn't remember
since then.
names.
Are you new here? I'm still writing it down.
is that the name of a book or an author?
Yeah.
It's probably
That was my next question.
It's probably an author.
I'm just gonna say Googling it, but I'm Goodreadsing it.
Good reading.
Ooh, I like this cover by her. Oh, that's a nice one too.
I know watching your face
Man,
as
I'm
you're
not sure
scrolling.
that one.
Don't make me watch that live just to get the name of this book.
With this.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's about. Oh, that's the first in the series, The Outcast. 3.97 is the average review.
She's got a lot of books.
Ooh,
Mhm.
only
Not bad.
1,712 though.
But I'm always leery when it comes to Goodreads because there are so many people that will like pre-rate the book before it even freaking comes out.
Oh yeah.
Especially on Goodreads, I'm like,
Grace Calloway.
Yeah,
Why does that
there's
sound
people like
familiar?
me that just rate everything 5 stars if an author sends me something.
True.
I thought it was really funny when you like it was what was the blues book with the interracial couple from the 20s that you read that you did the vlog?
Blues Singer to Redeem Him.
Yeah. And then in that same day your vlog comes out, Sarah from the Bookish Knitter put on that it was 2.5. I was like,
Right, yeah. We went back and forth on Voxer a bit now.
Not 2.5?
yeah. Not that I was judging her, I just thought it was funny. Like right after I watched your vlog is when it came up on my Goodreads that it was 2.5. I was like,
If anybody's not trusting anybody's reviews, it's yours, Charles.
I mean, I like
trust
some of
Aaron's
these covers. I'm trying to find like the best cover out of all of them, and it's getting hard.
Because when we were talking about reading this book, you're like, oh no, don't read that one. You should read this person. And you literally rated it 4 stars.
I love the cover of the series that you bought me for my birthday, the first one.
Oh, the Kate Bateman. This
why
Earl
can't
is
I
Mine,
find it?
which I actually got. I had Chirp, I guess.
You got it! Yay!
Good luck finding the link.
There's one of them.
Ooh.
Hello.
I really like that.
Get some good reviews.
I can't. I cannot.
And then I always end up sending pictures of cheesy covers that I find with Fabio for Erin. Because I found
yeah, that one. Yeah, that's great.
Wait, I found a book in a thrift store that was supposedly written by Fabio, which it was not.
Can we skip to book 4?
I have it.
The Duke Who Knew Too Much has BDSM and a murder mystery.
Look at that. It's a really
I think it was
photo.
this one.
Oh.
I think it was this one.
That's book 4 in a series, though,
How much
friends.
leg
I'm
she's
sorry.
showing. Goodness gracious.
I know.
I know, but
Give me-
look,
give
it's
us
so
a fan.
pretty. Like, her leg is full. Hold on. I don't know. Is my thing too bright or too unbright?
Yes. Too unbright?
Hold it sideways so the glare kind of no.
Nope. Oh, okay. There you go. There you are. Don't judge me, guys. I did hold it sideways. Nicole,
Good job, Jen. You set Nicole up. So.
Yes.
It's not a true live until you set Nicole up. We're
That's
getting
true.
you to cackle laugh.
This is why she should have had something to eat for lunch.
Turn your phone sideways.
I mean, technically I did. Don't judge.
She followed instructions very well.
It was my fault. Yeah.
It's okay.
Jeez. She's gone.
We're not gonna be able to recover her from that one.
Nothing will. The last slide is I have not cried so hard from laughing from the last slide. When we were doing Mari and the Knight Brothers, I was legit crying.
Oh, when Bree was going.
When Bree was explaining her plan, I was like, "You go, girl. You got it completely planned out. I love it."
Nicole still hasn't recovered. I honestly want to read this one. The Duke Who Knew Too Much. It's only $4.99 on Kindle. That's not bad.
Who wrote that?
Grace Calloway.
Grace Calloway.
There is a PG version of the cover.
I don't want the PG
No
version.
one likes the PG version.
Rude.
I want the clinch.
Give me the clinch cover. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, that was just so funny.
Here, I'll move it sideways this time. There we go. Don't worry, I got the hang of it this time.
Oh, there's comments. The heroine hears a lady screaming while with the hero and blames him. No, but he's actually a dom. Nice. It's the Guinness. If only I was drinking Guinness. Jen is
out.
super red.
I know.
You always I can always tell when you're getting a little bit more comfortable with your drinking because you slowly go from normal to pink to really red.
Yep. Nope, that's accurate. On the
I'm the
nose.
same way. I'm pale. My brother calls me Casper the Friendly Ghost because I'm pale as hell. So he can always tell when I'm drinking because I go from normal to beet red in 20 minutes.
You should see me after my 3 mimosas this morning. I took a nap for each mimosa I had.
This morning. Ooh.
Who
I'm
were
having a
you?
small headache. I need some water.
Who were you eating with?
Vera.
Oh.
She wanted to meet the kittens, even though she's also allergic to them.
So what are the
offended.
kittens' names? You haven't told me yet.
It's very
What?
interesting how I wasn't invited.
Okay, we got together at 8 a.m. Did you want to wake up that early on?
I was awake at 6.
How often are you awake at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday? Huh? Answer these questions for me.
At least 9 times out of 10.
False.
It's honestly 1 time out of 10 when I have to go to the chiropractor.
So what are the kitties' names?
Oh, the kitty's name. Sorry. I knew there's a question. I was like, I don't know what happened. So right now, the gray one, the
gray one.
Let's see.
Aren't they both gray?
That's what I call one of my cats.
The gray one.
The gray one.
Charles, I'll watch it if it's an hour long. It's fine.
This one, her name is Puddin'.
Aw.
Like pudding
Oh my
without
God.
the G. Because she likes to eat. She's a beggar. She's taken after Jack. She will get up in your face with food.
Great. Another cat I'll have to water.
Splatter.
Let me see if I've got
Yeah, I
one
did that to Jack Ryan and he was super offended.
Yeah.
He tried to stick his whole face in my water.
And
Not when
then-
you're allergic. You can't do that.
Yeah.
This one, we're leaning toward Patches because she's like a calico cat, so she's got a lot of different colors. I will eventually grab them and bring them onto a live. But they were just waking up from their nap before I got here, which was 5 hours long. So they would have been a handful, and you would have heard me go
Stop.
as I try to herd them together.
Hi, Carrie.
So.
Have you been here this whole time? And you only comment when Charles is here? That's fine. That's okay.
So I think you guys have worn me down a little bit.
I'm ready for
Wore
a nap.
you down?
Well, because everybody's been trying to talk me into getting my own channel, and I'm thinking about it.
Ooh.
Do it.
Well, my mom.
No, I
my
just
mom
popped
bought-
it.
my mom-
Okay.
My mom bought me lights for my birthday, so she's giving me no excuse. She's buying me everything.
Oh.
Nice.
I still film on my phone to this day.
Yeah. I'm just worried because I don't have a Mac, and I refuse.
Oh.
Mm,
That makes it harder.
yeah.
That's what she said.
So I'm just. My issue is finding editing software that's for a computer that's not a Mac.
Yeah.
So did we decide that Grace Calloway then is going to be
I think the
June's book?
the Duke who knew too much.
Or
Yeah,
should we-
Shay's been on me too. She's like, you need. Shay's been on me she's like, you need to do it. I'm like, all right, I'll
Just
do it.
do it.
So
Just
bye
do
now.
it.
I'll do
Do
it.
you have an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone?
I have a Google Pixel, so I have a Google phone.
Never mind. I wasn't calling anybody out. I said it was fine. You're welcome.
And you said the dragon, what's it called? Dragon's Bride?
The Dragon's Bride, yes.
It's $3.99 on Kindle right now.
Yeah, I'm going to get it before it goes up.
Mm-hmm. Because right when it
See
releases,
what I
it'll
get
go
for
up.
trying to be your friend, Charles. I wasn't calling somebody out. I was just making an observation,
Calling
and I
them.
said it was fine. I shall maybe subscribe. Wow, maybe.
Rude.
All right, I'm ready for the next
Hashtag-
couple lives, guys. Woohoo!
You ready?
I
The next
pre-ordered
one that
some
I'll be
things.
on is not till the 13th.
I'm going to be on a live tomorrow.
I know,
With
I'm so
Katie Roberts
excited.
and RM. I know things.
Yeah, you know things.
It's gonna be a good one.
I put a
I'm so
reminder
excited.
on. Hopefully YouTube doesn't not tell me till 45 minutes in, which pisses me off.
Yeah, I know. I hate that too.
I'm
We
like,
should do one of these. I just bought a bunch of these because they were like not that bad
Ooh,
price.
I want to read Stacey Reed.
I've had a
I've
lot of
never
people tell
read
me
any of
about
hers,
her.
but I want to.
I want to.
That one was a pretty good one, and then she had two of them that had like a really good ebook sale. So I was like, okay, well, we're gonna buy a bunch of you. And then the other one, which I really liked, was this one.
Go back on Chirp. A bunch of those went on audio sale.
Ooh, okay. I will.
Hold
Um,
on here.
Well,
StreamYard
honestly,
should
Chirp is good
sponsor
for
me.
like romance audiobooks.
No, I've never
I
read.
thought I followed
Stacey
her.
Reed.
Chirp
We
and
will.
Told
We
me.
will.
Chirp is also really good for like murder mystery series too. Like,
Oh, they're not on
yeah.
sale anymore.
Is there like a
Rude.
subscription fee to
Chirp?
Chirp?
No.
no.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
really?
You just
just
buy
have
the
to-
How they get away
audiobooks.
with
You
that?
just have to sign up and add your card, and whatever you buy is what comes out.
Yeah, you just buy audiobooks. There's no
Yeah.
subscription.
You do have to get the app to listen to their books, but
Wow.
that's it.
Yeah.
But I bought
not that-
8
But it
books
goes
already.
up to 3-speed, I think. Thanks, Pat.
But it's so funny now because I have so many different audiobook listening apps. I have to remember what app I have what book on because
Yeah, I don't.
Audible will have a sale and I'll get the first book in the series, and then Chirp will have a sale and I'll get the
Oh, no.
second, third, fourth, and I'm like, but where?
I just created a shelf
never remember.
in
Book Buddy?
Goodreads.
Oh.
I try not to put my audiobooks on. I try to keep Book Buddy for physical books only.
That's the face.
But yeah, so I created 2 shelves in Goodreads, one for Chirp and then one for Audible. So that's why I keep them separate or keep them under
Yeah.
control.
Thank you.
Pinky's out.
I'm a little bit intoxicated.
I can tell.
How many did you have?
2.
That's it. Oh, but you haven't eaten yet, so that'll
yeah,
be
that
in.
explains it.
And you had a brush with death with that noise in the
I
house
had a
earlier.
brush
Yeah.
with death. I sobered up real quick. I just buy you just buy Audible exclusives. They're like $30.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, if
yeah.
they go on sale for like less than $3, okay.
Yeah.
Except I did want to read the one that just came out by Rebecca Weatherspoon, the 2-hour short one.
Is it the Harbor series one or
Falling in Love in the Park or something like that. It's like an Audible original type thing. It's like a 2-hour.
Oh.
I want to get that one. Yes.
And it's only like 2 hours, but it's really cute.
and they have sales. Okay.
Yeah, it's really cute. I recommend it. But I really like Rebecca Weatherspoon in general.
And to a suspense like yes. That's so true. If you like Ruby Dixon, yes, I loved Grace Goodwin. Yes. Jacoby Diem narrates one of the audiobooks for Grace Goodwin's books.
That's all you have to say, okay? You made me listen to them boys, and I've been a sucker ever since.
Ever since. His voice, and like sometimes he like growls. He really gets into the scenes.
The growling, I'm like laying down, getting ready for bed, listening to this. I'm like, I can't be laying in my bed listening to this.
You can't get into bed. You cannot get into bed because things.
I mean,
I
you
can't.
can,
I'm
but-
like, no.
He's amazing. He's amazing. But yeah, okay. So author interview with R.M. Virtues and Katie Robert. It's going to be on Whitney's channel, Books with Me, tomorrow. There is a link in the description box so you can click it, set your reminder, be there at 4 p.m. Pacific time if you want to take a screenshot. Yay!
It worked.
It worked. then in our next book club live stream, There Will Come a Darkness. I honestly haven't heard of this book, but so that's going to be on the 30th.
Is it new?
I feel like someone once told me it's very similar, or it gives good Six of Crows vibes, because there's like 6
what?
people and there's stuffs.
It gives intrigued. What? Repeat that.
What? Oh,
Repeat
Six
that.
of Crows. Like
Six
Lee
of Crows.
Bardugo.
Okay.
Those are the only two that I really like. Six of Crows and
Crooked Kingdom.
Yeah. Night.
Good night.
Thanks, Carrie. But yeah, so if you want to take a screenshot of this so you have a reminder.
I don't know why.
But yeah, the link for this is also in the description box for you, so you can set a reminder as well. But yeah, so this book, I know a lot of things are potentially problematic in this book. There is that we didn't talk about the cheating aspect, because I feel like even though he didn't have sex with that woman, I still feel like it's cheating because he went to her and had some BDSM things. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, okay, they're already married. He went to the BDSM club and got whipped because that is his, like, that's one of his kinks. They did not have sex. So really, it's like the level of cheatingness.
Did you guys also find the thing that was really weird to me was like that Poppy saw him when they were kids, or when he was 18, and she thought he was raping the woman.
I'd completely forgotten about that.
That was the one scene that I was like,
what?
Is that necessary?
It was kind of like just like another thing to add.
He was like 7, and he was like, I guess, 18. Just dating the girl that he ended up marrying.
Yeah, because that was Bernadette. He ended up marrying her and having his son. But yeah, it was kind of like you just added that for.
But it wasn't followed up. It was just weird.
Yeah, it was weird. But then he was just like, no, like I eventually married her and had a baby, and it was like, okay. That was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've forgotten about that. Wow.
But it was just like a throwaway. It's not hard to forget because it was a throwaway line. Like they never discussed it. He just was like, "Oh, I know, I married her and she had my son." Okay.
And then done. Yeah. But it was traumatic enough for her because she had seen them to have a nightmare, because she had a nightmare that one time.
And hid in the stables or wherever they were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
But yeah, that was strange. But yeah, other than that, I did enjoy it, and I am going to be reading the second one, even though Charles says it's bad. But yeah, if the second one is bad, then I probably won't read the third one, which I don't know. We haven't met the people who are in the third book, so I don't know. Maybe we'll meet them in book 3 or book 2 probably, but
yeah.
But okay, so yeah, we have a couple of late night special books picked out. Jen, were you writing notes?
I was not, but I could text them to you. Hold on. Okay, so let's recap here. So where are you? How come I haven't texted you recently? The first
I know,
one
rude.
Is The Dragon's Bride. Oops, it would help if I didn't. Dragon's Bride. And that one we said was for what's next month? April. Then we have Hostile Takeover for May. And then the Grace Calloway book, The Duke Who Knew Too Much.
I cannot even read my handwriting, y'all.
Duke Who Knew.
I can never read my handwriting, so what does that say?
Yeah.
Would be June. Oh my god, we have 3 months planned out, friends.
Woo! We're getting there.
Okay.
We also have to figure out the next book club books, because we only have it going through May.
What?
No, that's a lie.
maybe just the sign-up sheet.
Just the sign-up sheet, yeah. No, wait. Tentative. Where's the tentative book club books? Okay. Yeah, for the tentative book club, we haven't through.
You added then, because I think I only remember through May.
No. Because I added. Aaron, did I add your book?
Let's see. There were two of them. There was The Bride Bet by Tessa Dare,
Yes.
and then Lucy Monroe's book that comes out in like August.
Is The Bride Bet like actually coming out now? Isn't that the
hope
one we've
so.
been waiting for? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for it.
Because it's been like
Yeah.
postponed twice, right? Because I read the other two.
It does seem like it's been taking a while to come out.
Okay. So, but I also added Julie's teen
No Farm, No
or
Fowl.
No,
Oh, never mind.
the YA Prophecy and Goddess. I added that because that's coming out in the summertime.
Oh, okay.
So, and then yes, Aaron, I did Lucy Monroe's yearbook pick for August 31st. And then I moved a book that was up down because I forgot about No Farm, No Fowl. Jen reminded me. And that's in there. Okay, so yeah, we have books until September.
Screenshot it because I need to start putting some on hold if
I
anything.
sent you this link to the Google Doc.
What? When?
The tentative book list.
I'll have to get on my Google.
Go
I
on
don't
the
go
Google.
on there very often.
Go on the Google Docs. I sent you the list. But yeah, I'll update the sign up sheet. We'll probably, when it gets closer, probably around April, I'll be doing thumbnails and we'll do the events and everything like that. So
Things to look forward to, friends.
Yes.
yeah.
Yay.
All right,
But you
everybody.
heard it here. Well, we've got some of the late nights going already.
I love Tessa Dare, so I'll read anything by Tessa Dare.
Oh, she's
Yes.
so funny. Yeah.
It's
Is
so
the
I love
great.
it when, is it when the Scott ties the knot? That's my favorite. When the guy is accidentally, she writes a fictional guy letter so she can be a spinster, and then
Yes.
it ends up being somebody, and he's like, "We're technically married, so we're doing this."
Yes, that is so funny. She writes like
It's
some.
my favorite.
She didn't know
It's
this
like
guy was
30
real,
series.
but honestly, it's just like you write any, like, what's his last name? His Scottish last name?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. You write this with Mackenzie guy, it's like, oh yeah.
There's someone.
And she sends this letter, and he actually, when the war and stuff is over, he comes to collect her, and I was like, that is fantastic.
Because they have to be celibate if they're with somebody,
Yeah,
and that's
fantastic.
why he was pissed. It's so great.
It was
I
so
think it's
good.
one of her older ones, but it's so good.
But yeah, so hopefully that does come out. Yeah, The Bride Bet by Tessa Dare,
When is that?
May 25th.
Is that the first book in the series, or do I have to read like a whole series?
You don't have to read the series.
You don't have to read the
it's the
series.
They're
fourth in a
standalone,
series.
but they're just connecting. But you don't have to read them.
But that series is amazing, and yes, you should
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah, I think
Well, I know. I'm just trying to
Honestly,
figure
yeah, you
out,
would
like,
really-
maybe I should get in there and get the others out the
Get
way.
in there.
Yeah,
Get
I
so
in.
think
the
honestly, knowing how
The
much
first
you
one
like
is the Duchess deal.
it's great.
Duchess
Oh, I
deal,
had
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
it's
have the first
fantastic.
3 then. Okay.
I love the
First two.
governess game. The kids in
You
that one were so
do?
funny.
Oh yeah, they're so good. The first one was my
her,
favorite.
her doll dies every day.
Dolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that series is great. So funny. Oh my god. So funny. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, we have things to do, but yes. So you kind of know stuff. Stuff is set. Stuff is set for a while. Okay, but everyone, thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming. We had a
Good
great
night.
time. Alicia, happy birthday.
Happy
Again.
birthday.
A nice way to end my birthday.
Yes.
Yep.
And everyone have a wonderful night.
Good
Bye.
night.